the practice of Lectio Divina is a vehicle for using scriptures to simply be with God. The goal is not to try to get something or figure something out, but just to allow yourself to be present in relationship with God. The process we will go through in Lectio Divina is to read the passage slowly, and I will give you prompts for questions or noticings, and we'll have a space of silence after I read the passage each time. Today I've chosen a passage of scripture from Psalm 46, verses 10 and 11. I'll be reading verse 10 from the Message translation and verse 11 from the NIV translation. As we begin, I invite you to find a place that you feel comfortable and safe, a place that you can be relatively quiet and free from distraction. And once you've found that place, I invite you to get into a comfortable position, preferably sitting with your feet on the ground and the ability to sit up straight so that you can breathe breath and life into your body. And I also invite you, if you feel safe, to close your eyes and just bring your awareness into your body. And we'll begin with a deep breath, breathing in through your nose and back out through your nose. And take that deep breath in all the way into your body, into your lower back, slowly, and exhale slowly through your nose. And continue repeating those deep breaths. 3 to 5 times, just to help your body to slow down and find a slower rhythm, and for you to become aware of being present here and now in your body. Just bring your awareness to your embodied presence, not fixing it or judging it, but just being aware. If your attention wanders, that's completely fine. I I invite you to just be present here and now to your body and to Scripture and to God. And again, if your mind wanders, just feel free to come back to your breath. As I read this scripture, just pay attention to what you notice or what words or phrases you are drawn to. Step out of the traffic. Take a long, loving look at me, your high God, above politics, above everything. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Now sitting in some silence to just notice what words or phrases you were drawn to. Now as I read the passage again, just be aware of what you feel or notice in yourself or in your body as I read this passage again. Step out of the traffic. Take a long, loving look at me, your high God, above politics, above everything. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. And now in the silence, take time to notice what you felt or feel. Notice what you're feeling in your body or in your emotions. And now as I read the passage again, I invite you to notice if there's any invitation to respond or say anything to God. Step out of the traffic. Take a long, loving look at me, your high God, above politics, above everything. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Again, taking a minute in silence to notice any invitation to respond or say anything to God. And feel free to offer that up in prayer in this silence. And now, as I read the passage through one last time, I'm going to invite you to use the silence to be open to receiving or noticing God, or just being with God. Step out of the traffic. Take a long, loving look at me, your high God, above politics, above everything. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Again, I invite you to take the time in silence to just be, to be open to receiving from God, or just noticing God, or simply just being with God. And as we come to a close of this space, I invite you to continue to be present to yourself and God as I offer this prayer. God, we thank you for this time and this space. To be able to be together with you. May you help us now and in our day-to-day lives to see you, to hear you, to feel you, and to respond to you. And I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths all the way into your lower back. And as you do so, begin to touch your fingers or wiggle your toes. And when you feel comfortable, open your eyes and just become aware of your surroundings. May the Lord be with you as you go through your day today.